So we went to my hotel room. She was still doing coke by herself on my like a hotel room couch.
She must have been doing a lot of it. Oh my God.
No, she had a little spoon. Just smoked it from the spoon. Not lines and lines of it. She had a little like packet. So she just had a little spoon, a dainty little silver spoon. Just kind of, you know. Welcome back to Haiyaa podcast. We are here in Bangkok. Matt is in Bangkok. Cut to the wide shot. Matt is here, listeners. Yes, on his free holiday that I provided. This is how you get British people to work. You got to trick them into thinking it's a free holiday, and then they actually do some work. You know, because it's a sabbatical, and then this is a new thing. October, I'll be in the US. You'll be in the US too. Yeah. And then that's your second annual trip.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay. We'll both be in Boston at the same time. But welcome, Matt, to Bangkok.
Thank you so much. It's amazing to be here. I mean, look at this.
You've never been here before, right?
No, never. It's incredible.
Yeah. Yesterday, Matt went to a happy ending massage parlor, and he had the time of his life. You know, oops. You shouldn't say this, you know. Gemma shouldn't be. Gemma shouldn't know about this.
Well, not even Gemma. Like all the crew here, I didn't do that. Like,
yeah. I don't think they believe you. You know,
this is very different from being in your office at home, where it's just the two of us, like cramped in a room, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is amazing.
Yeah, this looks like an empty. We're filming in an empty office space. There's a lot of this here because I don't know. In Asia, we just love building new shit. I always wonder, all these buildings, surely they're not all occupied. Right? Surely there must be some empty stuff.
Yeah, and so many floors as well.
And then when will they ever get torn down? You know, I grew up in Asia, and there were fewer. I grew up in KL, right? And at that time there were fewer buildings, but everybody had a place to stay already. So we it's not like we needed extra buildings. There wasn't a homeless problem. And now there's like twice the amount of buildings, but the amount of people, they're not double. So I don't know what's happening there. It's too much. In Europe, they haven't built new shit for years.
No,
in Europe, they built stuff. In London, they built stuff in the Victorian times, and they're like, yeah, that's about enough. Then maybe Margaret Thatcher built a few more housing units.
Yeah, but when we do build things, like now, they're not very good. Do you know what I mean? Like the walkie-talkie tower looks crap. No one likes that. So we were good hundreds of years ago, whereas now we've given up.
We are in Bangkok right now. It's been great. I did 2 shows yesterday.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Nice
in a big warehouse. It felt like I was going to a rave. You know, Matt saw it. And it's because I was a bit worried because comedy usually you want like low ceilings and a nice theater, people just enveloping you so the laughs get to you. So the warehouse, it felt like a place where Mr. Beast films his videos.
Yeah.
You know? He builds like these giant set pieces and then just tears down stuff. But I was a bit worried, and there was COVID restrictions as well. So it was like 2 seats, empty space, 2 seats,
really?
empty space. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a little stressful, but they both went well. They liked the show. It was good. It was too big of a room, but it was okay. And then we went out to get street food.
And I got recognized.
Yes.
Hey.
First time Matt got recognized.
I'm going to put the photo in.
Yes.
I've made it.
By some guy in Bangkok, some child. You know, Matt attracts the young Thai boys. That's what Matt attracts, you know. So I think you're having a blast here.
I am, although I'm like permanently sweating. Other than that, I love it. Like, it's so good. Yeah, It was funny on the plane over here, as we suspected, like lots of guys in their 50s and 60s traveling alone, and they kind of like all migrate together. Like the amount of people who kept coming up and having a chat with me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you've been here before." I'm like, "No, first time." Like, "Oh, 8th time, 9th time." I'm like, "Cool."
And these are all like older British guys, white.
Cargo shorts, like big, like dad trainers. Yeah.
You should talk to them and ask for their life story. They never approach me when I fly to Thailand.
That's because I didn't want anything from you.
I think they feel a kindred spirit when they see you, Matt. You know, they feel like, oh, that's one of us in 20 years' time.
And also, they're probably happy, they're like, oh, starting young, I like it. I wish I had.
What's their vibe? So they came up to you, they talked to you. What's their vibe? I'm always curious what the vibe of the middle-aged, white, balding British man who comes to Thailand, you know, what their vibe is.
Like, of course, seedy. Do you know what I mean?
Seedy,
but they're just nice, normal people. It was weird because in my head, I'm like, I know you're a nice person, but I kind of also know what you're going to come here for, and it's, I don't know.
But you're also judging them a bit, though, right? Maybe they're just here like you to podcast, you know? Maybe they're just podcasting with some whores.
Oh my God. That's probably a thing, actually.
We should start a podcast, you know? the sex worker podcast.
Oh my-
You know, keep it professional though. But maybe I just hear the podcast with some whores in a massage parlor. You know, at some strip club. They're podcasting.
There was one guy who was like a bit younger, and his girlfriend lives here, and they've been doing like long distance for like 3 years. And I was like, oh, that's
Wow.
romantic. Like that's cute, isn't
It
it?
just means he can't get laid in Britain. You know.
He might be watching this. Don't
Really?
say that. He was a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. I'm sure you're doing great with the lady folk. Wow, long distance, 3 years.
Yeah, I know. Amazing.
Just fly her out. Just marry her and fly her out. What are you doing? Just all this carbon footprint shit, you know?
Yeah, true.
Long distance relationships. Greta Thunberg will disapprove of all long distance relationships, you know? Yeah, you're ruining the planet. Just date someone local. Keep to your own people. Keep the race pure, you know?
I knew that was coming. I was thinking, how are we going to work that in today?
Yes. Racial purity is good for the environment. Don't date someone outside a 5-mile radius, okay? Incest is good for the environment. You grow up next to your cousins, you sleep with your cousins, you know, don't have to fly.
I mean, it works for the royal family.
Yeah,
so.
it works. Buckingham Palace is all in there. You know? It's good for the environment. Fuck your cousin. Save the planet. Okay? That's what I came here to say today. That's
What a slogan.
the message for the Haiyaa podcast, this Bangkok episode. It's been good though. We went to get street food yesterday.
Yeah.
We met up with some friends of friends. A friend of mine introduced me to his friends. So they're like really cool people and very down to earth people, but they're like billionaires. They're just like so rich. We live in different worlds.
Nigel's not even exaggerating.
Yeah.
Like when you say billionaire, you know, if I heard myself saying it, I'd be like rolling my eyes, but genuinely true.
Yeah, Matt was there. She can attest. It's like they
It was
just live in a
crazy.
different world.
Yeah.
And they just casually, they're not even flexing.
Yeah.
Yesterday, like verbatim, a sentence they were saying, I just like to collect land. That was a sentence one of the women said, right?
Any of the sentences out of context are amazing. You know what I mean? You can just
Yeah.
take any of them and you're like, you get home and you're just thinking about the night and like, oh yeah, that was fun. They were nice. I mean, you think, hang on a minute. Yeah, they did say like collecting land is like their hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we'd collect, you know,
Stamps. We collect, I don't know,
records.
records. Yeah.
In my
CDs.
case.
Blu-ray. And then they just collect land and they're in a lawsuit. They're suing their family because
my
the
God.
family won't give them the land from the inheritance. And
It was a whole thing.
they were talking about like, why do we keep flying like first class? It's a waste of money. Let's buy our own private jet. That's better. But you save money in the long run if you buy your own private jet. That's their conversation. That
So
is the
true.
problems they have in that upper echelon.
I felt like when they were buying us drinks and things, it was like a form of socialism. Do you know what I mean? Because like it was such different leagues. Normally,
Mm-hmm.
I'd feel like, oh no, I need to pay my way and all of this. I was like, you know what? You really don't need me to, do you?
Well, listen, I paid for dinner the first
You
night
did.
because
Very kind.
I mean I'm not nowhere near that level. But also you hang out with people, you want to know that you're not after your money.
Yeah, of
you know.
course,
So I
of
just
course.
bought dinner just to, you know, like ease their minds a bit. I don't know. I've never dealt with people that rich before. What's the protocol? I don't want their money. I don't want
No.
any gifts from them. You know, I just want to chill with them and have them bring us around to the cool bars and street food in Bangkok, which they did. But I don't want them to feel like after their money. So what do you do? You buy them a dinner, you know, and then they buy you everything else. Yeah, we landed in today. We're recording this on Monday.
Monday.
We landed on Friday, right? Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday.
Saturday.
And then we got dinner. It was good. You
It
should
was
stay
so
longer,
good.
man. Fuck Glastonbury.
I know. Oh well, I'm worried.
Listen, just get food poisoning, and then you skip Glastonbury. Stay in Thailand for a few more days. I'll be gone. I'll be in Tokyo, but you can go check out Nana Plaza.
Cool. Oh, for God's
You know.
sake.
Silom.
I mean, I'm worried about my flight 'cause it says standby at the moment. I can't check in. So that'll be like the cliffhanger of this episode. Does Matt make his flight home?
Let's hope not.
I don't
Let's
think
hope
so.
Matt gets stuck here in Bangkok for good.
I'll be divorced if that happens.
Why is she gonna divorce you for staying in Bangkok for a few more?
I'm the
nights?
one driving us to Glastonbury. She'll just be like stuck in the
She
flat.
can't
like,
just
how-
take a
Take
cab?
what? A cab?
A car, no, a train to wherever Glastonbury
It's
is.
the biggest
nearby.
train strike in 30 years. There's no train.
Oh, there's a train strike right now.
Yes.
Oh,
It's crazy, man. I
What's
mean-
happening in the UK? Keep me posted. What's
yeah.
happening? Priti Patel is deporting people to Rwanda.
Yep.
Is that happening?
The UK is breaking. Like, since you've been away, the country's just like crumbling.
Shit, I was the glue that held it all together. Who knew? So what's been happening in the UK? Tell me. Since I was gone.
The airports are like fucked at the moment.
Why?
Well, I've put a photo up when I got the flight here. The luggage thing had broken, so there's just like piles and piles of baggage everywhere, and they were manually driving it around to the planes. So when I landed,
So the luggage carousel, the conveyor
broken.
belt.
Yeah, the carousel was broken.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
And they're understaffed at the moment anyway, because there's been like loads of problems. So yeah, we landed in Bangkok, and an announcement came over saying, a percentage of you won't be getting your baggage today. And all of us just looked at each other like, oh, come on. But luckily,
Did you check
mine
your
was
bag
okay.
and you got it?
I checked, yeah, with all the kit.
Oh.
So I would have been upset.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I saw the picture. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It
I've
looks
never
like
seen
a
anything
Uyghur
like
concentration camp in the
it. Oh my
UK.
God. Fucking hell.
I can relate, Uyghurs.
Oh my
I can relate. If you ever want to feel like an Uyghur concentration camp detainee, just go to Heathrow Airport and you will see what it's like. Don't get to see your family, your belongings get disappear overnight. You know, you feel like a stateless man. So yeah, I think it builds empathy. You know, just go to Heathrow Airport and you'll know what they're going through. Heathrow is the Auschwitz of London, isn't it? In this day and age, nobody wants to work. What's happening? I thought, COVID, everybody was unemployed. Inflation's at an all-time high.
Yeah.
People are struggling, but nobody wants to work. What's happening here? I seem to be the only one working in this whole globe. Even when I call, I'm still doing some stuff to the house, right? The furniture companies, I call. Sorry, understaffed. Sorry, delays on materials. Why isn't anyone working?
You know what you got to do? You got to send them to Bangkok and they'll start doing some work.
Yeah. Do I have to give all of you a holiday?
Yeah.
My God, you just went on sabbatical with your wife, and now you're on holiday in Bangkok, and they're going to Boston
It's a
later
work
this year.
trip. It's not a holiday. It's a work trip.
I
Although,
don't know.
yesterday, I didn't do any work. It was amazing. I just went around temples and things.
Yeah.
And, I was talking to Gemma, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you stress, you're busy." I was like, "Not really."
Matt just made a thumbnail and took a photo next to the Buddha. That's all you did yesterday.
You were nice actually, because I was doing a thumbnail for an episode that's coming out in a couple of weeks, and you were like, "Dude, just go and explore Bangkok. Stop doing a thumbnail."
See my kindness? I get taken advantage of by these Brits.
Every now and then it comes out, the kindness. Very rarely.
You went around yesterday, you saw the temples and shit. Meanwhile, I'm editing my 6 million pho video. Which is
Exciting.
coming. Very
Congratulations.
Exciting. Thank you. And I was working on my set, and I had to do my 2 shows. And I had to sign stuff all for the fans and stuff. And traffic in Bangkok, man.
Oh, it's insane.
Oh, it's bad. My hotel is a 5-minute walk from the venue, 10-minute walk. But then I had my hair done and makeup stuff.
Yeah, and
so
it's
I was
so
like,
hot.
okay, I don't want to sweat.
Yeah.
So let's just the cars in front of the hotel. The cars seem to be moving. So I was like, okay, the traffic's okay. Let's just get a car. So it took 45 minutes.
No.
To door to get to the venue.
No.
Yeah.
Because that's literally like a mile away.
Not even a mile. Half a mile.
Well, I've been walking to yours.
Yeah.
Because it's a 10-minute walk, and I imagine it'd be like 40 minutes in the car. It's crazy.
I know.
But the problem is, if you step outside, you have to accept you're going to be a sweaty mess.
I know, but what's the alternative, right? You either walk and sweat,
Yeah.
or you take a car and you be late.
Walk and sweat,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah.
How do you even commit a crime in Bangkok? You can't get away. You rob a bank and then you walk with the money? What? You just run? And let police officers chase you on foot too?
Just faint from exhaustion.
You can't film a Fast and Furious film here. It would just be like people stuck in traffic. You can take a tuk-tuk to get away from the bank robbery, I guess. But it's a lot to do here though.
Oh, it's amazing.
Right now there's COVID, there's restrictions here. Everything's supposed to close at midnight. But our friends, they either know people in places and they know that their bars are still open.
Turns out being a billionaire has some perks.
Yeah. Yeah, billionaires, man. It's such a different world. They just travel differently too. The
Yeah.
places they go. Like Saint Tropez. I said, okay. I had to Google where that was. I said, okay.
Oh, did you not know it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, in Europe, that's like a known, hotspot.
For rich people.
Yeah, rich people.
Nobody takes a Ryanair flight to Saint Tropez. There's no Essex boy in that orange skin. Oh, Saint Tropez, mate. Let's go to Saint Tropez.
Yeah, true.
Hey,
true.
The 50-year-old British man on your flight, they're not going to Saint Tropez.
No.
You know, if you're coming to Thailand as a middle-aged white British guy, you're not going to St. Tropez.
They can go there, but for what they want, it'll be very expensive.
That's why Matt meets those people on his flight here because I flew him out here. Got to fly him economy. You're not flying business.
I'm
on this
salt of
work
the earth
trip.
guy. It's where I belong. Do you know what I mean?
Economy. Yeah, that's
I don't need sleep.
I don't even fly my Instagram hoes, and I fly you. I have never flown any Instagram hoes. I thought that was what people with blue ticks are supposed to do.
Yeah.
After you cross 1 million followers, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Fly out Instagram hoes.
Instead
Never
you
done
got
that.
me.
Yeah, I got Matt Bentley Viney. No
Complaining
perks.
about how hot it is.
Yeah. And then I pay for his hotel. I'm like, why am I losing money on this guy? Where are my Instagram hoes at? Hit me up if you want me to fly you out.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I just need. Here's the thing. I can't train Matt to be an Instagram hoe, but I can train an Instagram hoe to be a podcast producer.
I'll be out of a job.
Yeah. So if you're Instagram hoe and Instagram thought, and you know your way, you know how to press a shutter button, you know how microphones work, hit me up.
I'm just going to delete those emails. They come into Haiyaa Pod. It's like really good samples and things. Like, nope, didn't see that.
Send in your CV and a headshot and some full body pictures. So I'll train out some Instagram hoe to be a podcast producer. This will be the new Instagram hoe podcast. Every week it's me
person.
talking to a different Instagram hoe. I fly you out anyway. So why not fly out someone I can sleep with too?
Oh my God.
It's extra bonus. It's a good bonus.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then because I sleep with them, we stay together. I can always make sure they're working.
Wow.
The moment I'm done with them, all right, here's a towel, woman, and now go edit. Go make the thumbnail, okay? Put what I pay you to do, okay? Go do what I pay you to do. That's great. Where can you find these people?
Is great.
Yeah, that's how you get ahead. You have to abuse your power a little bit. How do you think Elon Musk get to where he is? Abuse it a little bit. Don't go too far where you get cancelled. Find where the line of cancellation is and then go one step before that. That's my advice to all of you out there, okay? Where can I find these types of people? Are they our OnlyFans? Can I filter by technical knowledge of videography equipment on OnlyFans?
That's such a good point, actually. Yeah.
Right? Or seeking arrangement?
Yeah, but not audio, because they're visual. So, yeah, you're going to struggle
I'll
with
fly
it.
out 2 Instagram hosts, okay?
One audio,
One
one
audio.
video.
And the one who's on the best behavior gets to be in the podcast. We don't need Matt Bentley Viney anymore. We don't need producer Matt anymore. We're going to relegate him. Producer Matt will be for when I'm in London. He will come over. But when I'm traveling, I need some tech-savvy Instagram hosts.
Well, I think there'll be one person that'll be happy about that. There's a hater. I've got my first hater.
Oh, tell me about
It's
it.
happened.
Who is this guy? Call him out.
Well, I won't call him out. He knows who he is. He's watching. He knows who he is. But
Call him out. I think it'd be funny.
I'm talking to you, Zach.
Yes.
He knows. He knows.
Zach.
So basically, he's put a couple of comments in being like, oh man, producer Matt's so boring. I'm like, that's fair. I can take
It's not
that.
supposed to be interesting.
Yeah, it's not my podcast.
Yeah.
So that's okay. And then what annoyed me is that there was a comment on the Aussie Man video, and I was like, hang on, and I'm not even in the video. I'm not even there. And it's like, oh, Nigel, this is why you don't need producer Matt. Yeah, get rid of him. Like, thanks, man. I've got a mortgage to pay. Where's the compassion?
Listen, it's the internet, man. You gotta grow thicker skin.
I know. I'm worried because by saying this, there's gonna be more popping up. Like, oh, who does he think he is?
Yeah.
Well, oh, you got one hater. Oh no, it's so bad. Poor you.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll get used to it after a while. Yeah. Keep the hate coming, people. That is how we get Matt to get over this hate. It doesn't even affect me anymore. Every video I put out, just so you need to get to my level. But we'll do this too. When I get back to London in 2 weeks, I'm off to Tokyo for 2 weeks.
That's
might
exciting.
Take a little break there, but then I'll be back in London. We'll film a few things there. But then I think Matt will travel with me, a little bit, maybe in the US for my second leg. Oh yeah, second leg US dates are now up. I'm doing like Boston, Atlanta, Houston again, Dallas again, Austin. We're shooting one of those cities. I'm filming my special in.
Nice.
Still filming it. Hopefully pitching into networks who see who wants to buy it.
Great.
But if if the offer is not right, I will put it on my own YouTube channel.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way. So,
yeah.
I mean, either way, then the people are going to get what they want.
Yes,
That's
either
good.
way, it's a good win.
Yeah.
You know, and the YouTube channel route has a lot of benefits. You know, I got to
Yeah.
control the content, and you got to use it to market the next tour.
Yep.
This tour has been great. Malaysia show has been
Oh, yeah. How was
everything.
it? How was the press conference?
everything I've wanted to be. The press
Good.
conference. We'll get
There's
to
so
that in a
much to
bit.
get into. Yeah, so
Yes.
much to get into.
So it has been the biggest show on
Yep.
the tour so far. Won't be the biggest after the tour ended, but it's the biggest show so far. 3,200 in Plenary
Dude,
Hall.
wow.
And Mariah Carey played there.
Wow.
And a few other big people. I forget. Paul McCartney, I think, when he toured Malaysia, he played there.
That's amazing, man.
Thank you. So Mariah Carey, to me, that's a step down. The venue, you know, they're really stepping down their game, man. But every Asian venue I've played so far, they always play the national anthem before the show.
Wow.
It's this weird thing.
So patriotic.
And people stand up for it and they sing. Can you imagine if you
That's
did
so
that
American.
in the UK? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. People, honestly, having in the UK, people be like booing.
Yeah, people are booing. They're drunk. Boo!
We boo our prime minister. We would definitely boo the national anthem at the moment.
People have no reverence to the government in the Western world. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe a little bit of fear is good in a country.
Well, it's control, isn't it? Control people by fear.
Because it annoys me on Twitter. Everybody's like, oh, the left versus the right, the Republicans versus the Democrats. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you need. A bit of fear, a bit of authoritarianism. I'm sure people here, they have stuff they're unhappy about with their government, but they keep their mouth shut.
Get on with it.
Yeah, good. That's why Twitter is not big here. Because the moment you post a tweet, you get arrested. And I think that's how you get a fun social media experience. There's so many Instagram hosts here. You know, everybody wants to be an influencer because nobody's spending time on Twitter. That's why they look good. They work out, they go to the gym, men and women.
Yeah.
They work out, they go to the gym, and they post pictures of themselves, selfies, half-naked selfies. That's good. That's how the internet should be. Instead of, oh, the left, the right,
Yeah.
and deporting migrants, gun control, abortion, boring. Little bit of fear, man. I think democracy, I think it's in a decline. I think democracy is not the way forward.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think a little bit of fear, a little bit of, oh, if I say this, will I disappear? You know, a little bit of that is useful. And I like Bangkok too because I like how you can go to really posh, swanky places. They call it Haiso, high society, Haiso. We need to bring back the caste system for white people, for Western countries. We forget to talk about the benefits of inequality.
Oh, my.
You know, it adds character to a city. Income inequality adds character to a city. You can go to a fancy cocktail bar and then you walk out and that is a street food cart. Amazing.
No, it's not.
It's amazing. Whereas in Sweden, it's so equal. Everything's nice. Everything's the same.
That's amazing.
No,
I'm
it's
all for
not.
that. Yeah, it is.
I guess it's amazing for the people there, but it's not amazing for
Exactly.
me, the tourist who's in town. Cater to me.
But for me, like the normal, ordinary guy, that's the dream, isn't it? Everyone's kind of like on a level playing field.
No, but then you don't work hard.
Exactly.
There's no fear.
Yeah, yeah. That's
you
what
go
I want.
3 holidays a year. Trying to get Matt to be in the same room as me is the hardest I've had to work. There's always some holiday, there's some Jubilee weekend.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
my God. I had to do some research and I'm sorry I have a Jubilee weekend.
I was
You know?
at a festival. I couldn't do anything.
How many festivals are you going to? You're going to Glastonbury tomorrow. How many festivals are there in the UK? I didn't even know. I only knew UK had so many festivals after I started working with Matt.
Yeah.
I never even knew.
Also, you won't even be able to, like at Glastonbury, I'm not taking my laptop, so I will be off. It'll be crazy. You'll
How many
be
days
texting
is
me like, thumbnail, what's going on? I'll be like, Nigel, I'm at the other stage. I can't do anything.
This is how British people work, by the way. Are you hearing this? These Thai people are so nice and they're like sitting behind the camera.
What's his holiday?
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, holiday? What is that? Festival? Yeah, this is what happens. I had to pay him to fly out to Thailand.
It's Wednesday to
for him
Monday
to
as
work.
well.
Wednesday to Monday?
yeah.
Jesus Christ. So you better get the podcast out then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but next week's podcast you're already editing it. Okay, so that's
Exactly.
good. That's good. Next
See,
week
I've
pod, we're
just
teasing it.
got
It's
it.
Reno Ponomo.
Hey.
Master chef guy who makes great cakes. So that's next week. So you're listening to this in a week from now, you'll hear Reno. If Matt gets his shit together and works after Glastonbury, what's the real strike? What do British people want this time? More money?
Money.
They
Yeah.
get paid a lot already. Oh,
The biggest strike in 30 years.
The biggest strike in
Yeah.
30 years. All the trains.
All of them. Underground and overground. So, people who are working who need to be places.
They just opened the new line, the Elizabeth
Yep.
line, and then they're going on strike.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See what I'm trying to deal with here? See why I need to move to LA? See what I'm working with here? Quality of life, work-life balance. Is this what you want, people?
I feel like if I lived here, I'd actually be like a healthy person because I can afford it. Like I went to like a really nice breakfast place and I was like, oh my God, this looks so good. Thinking it was going to be so expensive, I was going to walk away. I was like, it was like £15 for like 4 different things. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I got food in like this mall, Ipensorium or something like a really posh one.
Yeah.
And I had like this lunch and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. £1.50.
Ooh.
£1.50.
Wow. See what you can get, the nice things you can get when everybody works.
And the people here are so nice.
Yeah.
Everyone is so nice.
You need to go to the Ladyboy Street. It'll be very nice to you. Oh yeah. Oh, the Ladyboy thing in Thailand. It's so. I've talked to people. They have a third gender here.
Oh, okay.
So it's never been a problem. Now the trans stuff is like the
Yeah.
hot button topic, right?
Of course.
Over here, from what I know from talking to this guy, he said there's a third gender, and you just grow up. You just choose whatever you want to be.
Oh, amazing.
But there's no medical intervention until you can. Only when people start having money, when they start working, then they maybe do the surgery. And they can't do it when they're kids or something. You can't take nobody takes like puberty blockers or anything. So maybe that's the way to go for the Western world. Maybe you should learn from Thailand. And people they just exist. They just go about their day. They're like normal people. Every company, every office environment, there's one like trans woman, trans man, whatever, lady boy, whatever they call it. They have a third gender term for them. And it's good. They live their lives. It's good.
I am living on tenterhooks right now. I'm so worried you're going to do the stand-up comedian thing and start shitting on trans people. And
I'm not
like,
shitting. I'm just
please.
telling you
No,
how
no,
it's
I know
like
you're
in
not.
Thailand.
I'm just nervous.
But I think the Western structure isn't set up for this because they're trying to abolish gender. So if you abolish that, then there can't be a third gender. So they can't go that route. So you can either say there's 3 genders, but then you'll get under fire for saying there's 3 genders. But then if you don't have genders, then the trans stuff, the argument, they're conflicting against themselves, really.
Yeah, I just don't know why we can't just make it makes no difference to me if whatever your gender is and things like that. I'm happy to like change. That's okay.
Yeah, but that's not what people are fighting for, though. Like if you had a kid and they're 5 and they'd be like, I want to take this medicine to not go through puberty. I can see why the parents would be a little bit upset.
Yeah.
I
mean, look, I don't have that experience, so
Yeah.
I can't speak to that. But
Yeah. You're going to have kids. That's the next thing. Oh, sorry, Nigel. My kid is, Matt's going to have a kid. And then after the holidays are done, they're going to have a kid. And, that's going to be hard to work with again. Sorry, my kid's sick. Going to send him to the hospital. I can't podcast with you.
And after you rang your agent on a Sunday when he was watching his kid's football game, I'm worried. My kid's birthday party. And I'd be like, I'm just doing the thumbnail. I'll be out in a minute.
Listen, I need to get you to work more. I'm thinking of ways to get kind of separate Matt from Gemma a little bit. Gemma, if you're listening, Gemma listens to the pod, right?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Sorry, Gemma, but we need to up Matt's game here a little bit. Sometimes you would text me like, "Oh, sorry, I'm out for the night for dinner."
Yeah.
It's like, continue working when you get back. What are you doing? What is this out for the night shit?
Well, I thought you wouldn't want me. Yeah, if I've had a couple of drinks and things, like, do you want me working?
Yeah, a couple drinks, you can still work. I've added it. 2 drinks in, 3 drinks in.
Okay.
But yeah, back to Malaysia.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The press conference. The show was amazing. Thank you so much if you came out to the show. Homecoming stuff. I got my parents on stage.
So cute.
The photos are here. I'm gonna start looking through it and post on my Instagram. It's very cute, and my parents are proud of me, and it's good. I had some local Malaysian jokes as well, so people always like that. But the press conference, man,
What was it like? What was the setup?
It's so weird. It's in a hotel conference room, and then I walked on to Christian rock. Oh. It's so bad because they play Christian rock because they know there won't be any cursing and it's like inspiring music. And context is 10:30 in the morning, and they just told me to meet outside at 10:25. So I thought, okay, we'll sit down. The reporters will slowly file in. No, everybody was already there.
Oh my God.
The reporters of 10 different newspapers.
Wow.
And then the host, Live Nation Malaysia, the head of Live Nation Malaysia was there. And then there's an MC, and then my handler was there, and I had to go on stage, and they were already just ready to pounce with questions. So I was like, oh, what the fuck, guys? I just woke up like 15 minutes ago. Just went down there. So many cameras. Just I felt like Amber Heard walking out of court. That's how. The only time you heard like is if you fuck something up. You're arrested. You're coming out of court. You know, Bill Cosby walking out of court. That's how I felt. I felt like I did something wrong. I felt like I was Joe Low, that embezzler guy. Who I joked about it on stage because like, how can you look so rich and still look like Kim Jong-un, you know?
Yeah, because look at Elon Musk. Like he used to look pretty shit, and then now, he looks great, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
That's
Elon
what
Musk.
money can do.
I know, and this guy has money and he still looks like shit.
Well, maybe he's cheap. It's because he's spending it all on like Paris Hilton and things.
Yeah, he flies Instagram hoes out. Maybe he's flying Paris to do some admin work for him, you know? But I felt like I did something wrong, and I went a bit hard on the interview.
Did you?
I went a bit slight podcast mode, and I had to entertain myself, right? I was so bored by their questions, the same thing again. So I made fun of like the journalists. I mentioned June H.L. Wong, who wrote about me and Michelle Yeoh.
No way.
There was a journalist from China, 中国报, which is like the China news or something. It's a Malaysian newspaper. I was like, oh, those still exist? I didn't know that. I just kind of made fun of how all these newspapers still exist.
Yeah.
And nobody's
dying
reads them
industry.
anymore. It's a dying industry. Why are you here? You know, why are you here? I talked about, kind of jokingly made fun of Ronnie Chang. And then the thing is, they would quote me verbatim in the article, and it sounds so bad without my delivery. So people are saying that, okay, you know, there's not a lot of people who make it globally from Malaysia, so we're really proud of you here, Nigel. And I said, well, you got Ronnie Chang and Henry Golding, and then they're like, oh, yeah, Ronnie Chang, but he feels like more Australian. And I said, yeah, he does. Yeah, fuck that guy. But in that facetious tone, right? No. Like anybody seeing it would say, oh, everybody laughed in the room. Everybody laughed. And you can tell the facetious tone is like, yeah, whatever. And Ronnie wouldn't be mad at it. But then, written down upon the article said, upon mentioning Ronnie Chang, Nigel Ng replied, fuck that guy. It's like...
That's amazing.
I know. It's a real article. It's one of the newspapers. You can find it. Guy. Now I'm worried. Is Ronnie going to see this? Now he's going to think I hate him or something? No. We're friends. We DM on Instagram sometime. It's like... they just took everything out of context. Yeah. You know? And I made a quip about how all Malaysian Chinese people, I get recognized too much in Uniqlo because every Chinese Malaysian shops there. And I put it in paper form. That looks so racist. You know? It read, have you seen a Chinese person who doesn't own Uniqlo shirts? It's so bad when you put jokes down on paper. I didn't even know this would be a thing.
Yeah.
It's quoting me out of context.
Oh my God. As long as you mention like the airline and everything, then you're fine.
Did I mention the airline?
Yeah, the planes go missing.
No, I didn't mention
That's
the planes.
One of your favorite things to say about Malaysia. I'm glad you didn't do that.
I didn't mention that. That's good.
Yeah.
Whew, didn't insult the government. Whew. You know? Oh man, but the press conference, I mean, I do it because it's my people, you know.
Of course, yeah.
What else did I say that was fucked up and crazy? I straight up told them I just woke up. And they were expecting like some sort of like celebrity shit, and I just kind of undermined everything by trying to be funny. And they laughed, and they were so weird, man. They would ask me questions, but they would be filming me the whole time too. So they were holding a phone, and they'll ask me questions, but they'll be looking at their phone when they ask me the question because they wanted to film me properly, right?
Yeah.
And it's just the weirdest thing. I'm like, can you just talk to me normally?
Yeah.
You know,
like
do you need to
being to human being?
Yeah, do you need to film everything? It's like they're autistic or something. Just like holding your phone up, just looking at the phone.
Not autistic.
I know. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I think I'll start writing down your jokes and putting them out on Twitter. Just verbatim.
you just go to a show and quote anything Uncle Roger says.
Yeah.
Uncle Roger just called an audience member autistic.
But you can get away with it when you're Uncle Roger, when you're Nigel saying these things.
Yeah.
You've got accountability, haven't you?
Let's replace autistic with neurodivergent. Happy now, people. Happy now. Gonna get cancelled. I got cancelled for saying Singapore's food is shit. So the Straits Times interviewed me. And again, I went like, I was too bored. So I just started to say like, you know, shit that makes me laugh. So I just said like, your version of Singapore's version of food is like a weird, less good version of Malaysian food. And I knew that would get a laugh. And I knew that would get headlines. And they ran with that headline. And over the past few days, I've gotten so much hate from Singapore. But it's like, come on, man. You know it's true, guys. When I did the show, I said that at the show, live, in front of, I think it was like 1,200 people. They all agreed. They're like, yeah, that's why I go to Malaysia to eat. That's why Malaysian food, it's more unhealthy because, we put more oil, more sugar, more salt, more MSG in there. So that's why it's a more flavorful version of the food. And Singaporeans get so defensive, man. Because they know it's true.
Yeah.
They know it's true. I've touched on a nerve. They always come back with, but our economy is stronger than yours.
It's like two completely different things. What?
Yeah, let's just talk. I'm talking about the food, guys.
Wow.
Don't bring up irrelevant shit.
They're so aggy. Wow.
But you know what? My second show, Singapore, the tickets just flew like hotcakes because I was in the news cycle. So I did it on purpose. I know what I'm doing, guys.
Yeah.
I'm marketing myself.
Well, you're still waiting to be sued, aren't you? That's the next thing you want.
I'm waiting. We'll see who does that. Nigel Lawson or Jamie Oliver, So I need to manufacture some outrage for my America shows, sell some tickets. What can I say? So I had a weird Tinder date experience in Auckland in New Zealand. Hey, I go on Tinder when I travel because I want to meet some local people. If I don't know the place, it's good for comedy. You meet locals, you get the local vibe, you get to know them.
Get the stories.
Yeah, the stories and what places are good to go. And I usually use it to make friends. I put it in my profile that I'm just here to meet new people and make friends.
Friends with benefits.
But then these women, these people just come at me. It's like, what am I gonna say no? I'm not gonna say no.
To be fair though, it must be like strange for them, like just going through Tinder and like normal people, then like, oh my god, it's like Nigel Ng.
Yeah.
What? Like,
everybody wants a piece.
They
of
probably
this
think
dick,
it's an imposter because like loads of people do that, don't they? So
yeah. Then they asked me to DM them from my Instagram account.
Oh,
So
to prove it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good that they're being safe then. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, cool.
I wonder how many people have been catfished by people using photos of me.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But if you get tricked by that, that is on you. I'm gonna have to victim blame a little bit. Be smarter, women.
God.
I think sometimes we have to victim blame a bit. Don't you think? Do you think we are leaning too far towards the victim side? We need to victim blame a bit.
No.
Like, what are you, dumb?
Oh,
right?
my.
Like when an old person gets scammed, their life savings.
They're
Okay,
sad.
sure. I have sympathy because sometimes they're older, their brains aren't working as well. But the whole world's out to get you. We all need a bit of that mentality of the world's trying to get you, people. How do we get there apart from victim blaming? How? You tell me. I got scammed before in Prague. So I landed in Prague and I was just waiting to exchange money. This guy was like, hey man, I'm a tourist here. I'm just about to leave. I have some extra cash. I'll give you a slightly better rate. I just need to get rid of this check money.
Oh, no.
So I was like, okay. And then I just exchanged the money. Turns out it was just fake banknotes. So, see? So what's the solution there? You have to victim blame. I have to be blamed. Like, you're an idiot for changing money outside of a money exchange.
With like a random person.
Exactly. I should be victim blamed.
You did that.
I know, I was
a
a dumb university kid. And he was so genuine. He was so warm. He had such charm.
Oh, was it worth it just for the conversation? And I don't mind giving you my money. You're a nice person.
Yeah, it was in a foreign country and the line was long for the money exchanger, So now I know better.
Yeah.
See? Being victim blamed made me a better person. That's what I'm saying. Nobody had compassion on me. People just laughed in my face. That what an idiot. And guess what? I've never been scammed from money exchange schemes since then. Victim blaming can be useful. Am I wrong here, people?
I'll let them answer.
Are you
staying out of
gonna
it.
take it out of context too? Nigel on Twitter, Nigel Ng said, "Victim blaming can be useful." Full stop.
I really want to start doing. And just like a screenshot from the podcast.
Can someone start an out of context,
Yeah.
out of context Haiyaa pod, and then it's just screenshot and then a subtitle of me saying the most horrendous shit.
That would be so good.
So anyways, I had a weird experience in Auckland, okay? So
let's hear
I
it.
met up with this woman. She's, very attractive. I found her very attractive on Instagram. She's 23.
Okay.
A mom of a 3-year-old.
Okay.
But on her Instagram feed is just bomb. It's like beautiful photos, holidays at the beach, like Louis Vuitton bags, that kind of stuff. So I was like, we DM a little bit, we talked a little bit. She was like, yeah, I work really hard to, provide for myself and I take care of my kid. And the kid's beautiful, very adorable kid. So I was like, this is interesting. The thing about Tinder is like, it's a way for me to meet people who are completely like not someone I usually know from my social circle. My social circle is very boring. It's like I have a lot of Malaysian friends in London. We all kind of have the same trajectory.
Yeah.
The white collar, went to a good school, white collar work, you know, and it's fun. It's very relatable, and we grew up in the same environment, so it's relatable. But meeting different people from different walks of life just adds to the comedy.
It's
you see how
fascinating,
it's fascinating. It's like the billionaires and everyone. So I was like, okay, she's fascinating. Let's meet up. So we met up. She was dressed very well, everything. Nice handbag, nice purse, nice dress and everything. And then we just hung out. She was very chatty, very fun. And then we just got a drink. We were just chatty, good. We got along. And then we went to get Korean barbecue. And then she was like, do you want to do coke? And I was, oh shit. Okay, no wonder she's so chatty. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta perform tomorrow. And then she said, okay, that's fine. I'll just do it myself. And then she just, over Korean barbecue, she just kept going to the bathroom. There and back and there and back. And it's like, you're a mom of 3 too. So I'm like, like, I don't know. Is this a common thing to do coke when you're a mom?
Mums are allowed to do coke. They're just normal people.
Okay, fine. But doing it by yourself?
Yeah.
Over dinner?
Red flag.
Yeah. This coke mom? It's a little bit weird. And then she ended up back in my place. It was all good, you know. And then she
so it didn't bother you that much then?
I always do things for the story. We were in my hotel room.
Is that what you're telling us? Is that your inner monologue?
It really is, you know.
Yeah.
I always do things for the story. It makes for a good story. I can talk about it on the pod. Nice. I live for the content.
Yeah, of course.
That's why my life is more interesting than yours. Because you don't fuck coke moms.
Yeah, someone write that up, please. But that's a great one for Twitter.
Trust me, fuck a few coke moms, your life will just be very interesting. You'll have stories at the next party. That's why I don't do small talk. I talk about coke moms. You know, what do you talk about? Oh, your commute to work. Okay. Your last holiday. Ugh, boring. I'll talk about my coke mom. So we went to my hotel room. She was still doing coke by herself on my like a hotel room couch.
She must have been doing a lot of it. Oh my god.
No, she had a little spoon, just smoked it from the spoon. Not lines and lines of it. She had a little like packet. So she just had a little spoon, a dainty little silver spoon, just kind of, you know. Seriously, as you kept asking if I wanted it, I'm like, nah, I'm good because I got a show tomorrow, you know.
Yeah.
And then things started happening. Went to the bed. She kept trying to get me to do it unprotected. She kept trying to get it in. I was like, nah. I was like, okay, maybe she's just too excited. But I was like, no, always protected. Okay, so we did it, and then we finished, whatever. And then she did this thing. She took the condom and then tied it up. And she was like, okay, don't worry, no babies, ha ha ha, just tied it up. And I found that, at the moment, a little bit weird, unusual, because after sex, nobody touches the condom.
Well,
I don't even want to touch the
to?
condom,
No.
right? I just wrap it up and just throw it out. It's a bit gross, but she just tied it up, and she was so smooth, like the motion is so practiced if you just, and then it tied up, and I thought, okay, a bit weird, but fine. I just threw the condom out, and it was all good. She left, whatever. Then the next day, the pieces of the puzzle like came together. It hit me. I was like, oh shit, the kid, the nice handbag, and she works as a nanny. That's what she does,
okay.
you know. So it's not like a well-paying job, you know, but she has all these nice things. I was like, oh, is it child support? And I Googled New Zealand child support law. It's like, what, 18% of your income. So from the husband, the what supporting parent, the guy has to pay. It's like, oh, is that a rich guy's kid? And is that why she didn't want to use a condom? Or is that why she tied it up to bring it back?
So your paranoia is starting
Yeah,
to go through the roof.
I could be completely wrong. I could be just imagining. She could be just like a nice, genuine person who just, a little bit careless sometimes and just does unprotected stuff. But I just rushed to the trash can, and thank fuck the condom is still there, no leaks or anything. Whew. So I checked.
Did you actually
Yeah,
check?
yeah. I was so paranoid.
What were you picturing? Like she's just there, like
I don't
carefully
know.
inserting it into herself.
So again, this is not a reflection of her. It's me, my paranoia.
Yeah.
She could just be a normal person and just wanted to be tidy and not have the condom leak.
And you've projected her as this like psychopath with like a pipette, like going into the condom sort of thing.
But then what would explain the coke habit? And then two, like I guess she's 23, but she still goes out and parties a lot.
Yeah.
And then the nice things. As a single mom, she lives by herself in a nice house, not an apartment.
house.
A house, yeah.
Nice.
And then the house is nice. I saw like pictures on Instagram,
Yeah.
And it's like, what would explain it? How? You're a single mom. You have like a nannying job. You have a kid to support. Where does the money come from with a Louis Vuitton?
Rich parents? Louis Vuitton. Oh, okay.
Louis Vuitton bag. Yeah.
Wow.
So where does it come from? So I couldn't help it but just spiral a little bit. And then the next few days, she just kind of ghosted me after that. Just kind of replied once or twice and then stopped. And I was like, ooh, maybe I dodged a bullet there. So,
did you say anything to her about being worried about the condom?
No. Well, if she listens to the podcast, then she'll know. So, but that's my Auckland crazy. I don't know. Is it like a gold digger story?
Well,
maybe,
no,
but I'm just projecting.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
So we'll suspend disbelief.
Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, give
she
her
just
the
wanted a
benefit
fun
of the
night.
doubt.
She wanted a fun night. No, but I'm saying you have to have coke to have a fun night, by the way. I'm not saying that. But she just wanted to have a fun night. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Stand-up comedian. She met on Tinder. Like, that's exciting.
It's exciting
cool.
for her. And maybe I think she's a fan of my work as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. There's just too many weird things that happen in a row.
Well, if you're listening, send in an email or a voice note to Instagram, and you can clear this up, clear up this whole situation.
I don't know. I think
we'll
that's
play it on the pod.
Oh, people love that drama, won't they?
Yeah.
We can use a voice app to disguise your voice so nobody recognizes who you are.
See? Yep.
But if you're listening, you know who you are. Send a voice note in, and listeners, you got to tune in next week to see if she actually messages. Goodbye.